wewe ari munonga gumamwe nicyo kandi twagaruka turi yanshonga izinkuru munonga izikwata ayihanga ryeto na kandi tihanga ryeto ryonka bitu na East African community because soon masiko agubari yomba tuheretera kubasa korakorana twakubire ntureba East African community becoming a nation. We are sharing everything, and that's what we are building towards. But inaiwa wahika build politics zitu zituliyontombeka zijera hamaramwa gwo kuba politics of reasoning kubo inenshonga ejo okajereta okajanjura okagireta okagiteko misho ga bebembeza batahibawe otakagitire mu rwijwire rw'abantu mukagidiscussinga ahabo kwenda kukurakoranisa ihanga ryanyu nkihanga mukahereza ihanga direction wawagira ngo omururu gwa bamwe nikemwe akiriyo nikiremesa politics za reasoning tandikira
in fact tumururu gwa bamwe n'umururu gwa binji abakene bo babuze hata abace abakuba bine reason bija baba overshadowed by abinji abino mururu
baba kugira ngo politics ze yatizakikora mu Uganda
tizakikora nico rukurebera for example buri muntu wo kubugana umubantu ikome bo kubugana wababuza noho mwebembezi usheme kuba natwara Uganda misho katugire nguka Museveni yarwaho omuba politicians bo muyango noza kureba umuntu yaja atumuntu usheme kuba natwara Uganda misho asheme kuba ari General Mugisha Muntu ocumubuzo taha bwaci akutete mushija yete atebekine politics zeye noreba ngo ebya gukora nabikora arkwetwa bwenu abantu
systematic focus
systematic principle kaine mururu gwe bya politics ebutkureba kukweyendeza naki so hatoshanga abantu nabasima encourage
ahendera konkatiro konka
bije bahenda buryo mo wena nateka konka takubasa
politics zetu zacho basa Uganda neza America ense zikora kuri
ahabwaci weta takubasa kurwana so hata politics mu Uganda ntuzirebera mu rengo ro kugira oboyine kifuba oboyine akarindi oboyine kujumirana okutambukira nebigambo okukoze seche so atenkorejo ejo niyer muneto letera umururu so oshanga ngu umuntu nayeyendeza yakoze sechifuba ya atugwen kwara yaguza itakariyeye yakaruguza bilioni 2 akazitona akazikwata akazitona mu politics akasinga ahabwa cyo rukwenda ngo ayiwe otine echo tiremu akurebera harurengo rwo kugira ngo numwingane koka kurunogera ngo nabagire ahagire ari kumanya ngo akargo muri mwa batine okumuri akazayo naba na respectinga ayimara one rebaho ebigambo bimwe ombu president omukuru William Ruto akagamba ho ine bigamba bibere ne birabaha social media enyuma ho ahiyabe nagira ati bamwe muri imwe nimuturebera aho twahikira atkonka ngashoma ndi intine ngito nija bwenu yagamba ho kace ahiyarugire kwika hati na hari so ari kugeza kwereka ngo arugiro mu bantu baburisho nahabwecho takubasa kugomba bantu baburisho abo kuba namanya harugire so ekintu kugeza kwereka niki politics zitukunoja ngo ntwihamu umururu tukagenda nabantu abine enshonga ezitwataho twena haza baka identifying with us
what election wa comparing politics za Kenya hamwe na Uganda noteka ngo wabo ryo mushaho urukwenda kujanjaba oburwire okabushangangaye aboka wareba politics za Kenya reba Raila Odinga abira prime minister uyabire nahakanawe ombururu Uhuru Kenyatta bakora hamwe bwanyuma ya crashes yes abatwira abamwe tabakaburwa crashing but that spirit where they come and they work together and build the nation together otakushanga kandi Raila Odinga akutega Uhuru enkokora akwenda moreke ngo yaremwa but they are working together harmony
umurujungu ntugera ngo nibateka mu feelings abitu nibata mu feelings oshanga nagira ati kandi nkore na no good rero bandebe bata encourage konka ekikumanyisa ngo niyo greed ina ningamba kamukire ngume mukizire konka kuno John bando
ninga behind enyuma ya greed hariyo omusinje gwa personal feelings
those are the feelings I'm talking about. So kunogira ngo tuba turi ahanshonga zonka tukabarizo twaremeraho. So aho nho kureba
ukahura ngo muntu omumutima gwe ainemu Uganda.
Very good. Aho nho ndukikankagera nti HDP okukora memorandum na NRM kikabire kine nshonga kucyo kubere kiri in good spirit. Good spirit ne manyisa ki NRM ekahikiriza eba sayinjiro mu ndagano na DP ekahikiriza eba sayinjiro. That is a good spirit. That's a starting point in the political culture, breaking the political culture in Uganda. Ejunyoti nyine nshonga nayo, and I will say it, the only
that is the way to go.
That's the way to go. That's how we see Odinga, Raila Odinga working with Uhuru Kenyatta. Kando gwe babire no barwana hamwe
bari anabo batagira ego bayanka tuboreke ngu atiwe notekwa kubo witu wano enda kuba someone.
That's what I'm talking about. So when Uganda twaza kurugomo buzaye ningashe in the political entanglements we are in, twine kuteka ebitutaka koziriho. We cannot keep doing the same things all the time and we expect different results.
Thanks for me. I liked the statement spokesperson wa DP eyakozire egumene ringing in my mind. Ajirengu abantu ba abebembezi ba DP bachino wire kushoborokerwa echi mau arikora. They are not used to it.
Very good.
And in fact, more surprises are coming. Bwanyuma yo kureba Mao arikasese ariona campaigning ngira candidate wa DP.
You see?
So it is throwing confusion
exactly
to the
but even then,
to this opposition. Bareba politics manyirire.
Even then, look at the situation where for the last so many years abantu bebene bazo mukote batabariza government bagisinga kote bawadinga costs and those costs are never realized. Today constitutional and Minister of Constitution and Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs in the name of Mao signs off payment of over 14 billion in court awards. Now, who is losing in this? Is it the Ugandan, or it is is it the Ugandan losing, or the Ugandan is gaining?
It is of course Omehomushoro. No waku losing billions of money.
No, those are losing wakare. The point I'm trying to bring out is the common person abirena losing by not being paid their awards. Konkahati ya baramuntu baza kubashashura simply because of the
come again. I think hamyango na tunga point yawe.
Point yanje eringu wazo mukoto watabariza government.
Yes.
Yaku wagisinga bakwa awarding costs towards labor for the last 20 years. Today he is a minister arukurgomo opposition yakorangana na government kukora hamwe hato minister yaja these awards must be paid off. He has signing. When he signs, it means government is going to effect payment. In the process, who has gained? Is it a Ugandan or it is a government?
Ugandan.
Ugandan.
Going to
So,
be paid.
This is what you're talking about. We are going to see more and more surprises. Konka ebibyona nebiretwa kugira ngo we need to change the tactics of doing politics in Uganda. So, nicho ndikugira the nanka diehards ningashi this being a radical in politics can only make you break your back. Radicalism has no place in politics. Echo nicho turukwenda ngo turebe twege omuri Kenya. If Honorable Raila Odinga had become so radical, Kenya would not be where it is today.
Yes.
We are now saying Kenya batusigire konka batusigire ekibakozire kitari kubasa gukora.
Characters ba leaders babo batemingire a very good path
Kenya at
for
their
the
heart.
generation.
So similarly in Uganda, with the people who are involved in politics need to put Uganda first before anything else. Whether you are in movement, whether you are in opposition, that is the spirit. The moment that spirit is there, then we shall see Uganda move forward. Because I admire the memorandum or the understanding between, for example, NUP na FDC.
Yes.
That is very good, that collaboration. But are they able to keep to their word in that memorandum? So is the NRM and DP able to keep their word on that MOU?
So for bo baza kugira ngo bahamye entekatekeje yo kora hamwe nabatekwa kugira character yo kureba ihanga more than themselves.
That's the point. In all the understandings, whether it is movement and DP, because there is no need for DP to become movement for you to work together. No. DP keeps DP. They have, it's a different ideology. And for example, we have seen Jubilee working with the other parties. It is a different party altogether. Jubilee but it was in the alliance of
it was a ruling party.
It was a ruling party. Konka abantu ba Odinga binji nibo basingiri. Aba Uhuru babatera, but they were working together. Similarly, so you do not have to change your party.
The politics of Kenya is very interesting.
Very, very
now
interesting.
you look for opposition and you get confused. Who is opposition?
So
is it Raila Odinga? Is it
when a moderator, let's come back home. Our leaders have failed us. And I am not shy on this. Both in opposition and in government,
yes.
Our leaders have failed us. There is no political will, for instance, from the president to allow political organization, political parties to operate freely. Today, Wahurangu Amuri at power is in Mbarara Kubugana aba FDC party members no Urango Angu Polisi Abilko. Why? This is a registered political party. It is part of the political. There is no political organization that will operate, thrive without meeting its grassroots members. So if they go to meet and you start chasing them, now that lack of political will for political organizations to work, to operate freely is one of the reasons why we have political greed. We have a culture, lack of dialogue. We have a culture of winner takes it all. And we keep admiring, seeing our neighbors progressing when actually we are the ones denying ourselves the opportunity to progress.
Ninga of opposition no batehire respect kugira ngo respect bajibahereze, because when if you gather people omwanya go kubahere go kuboreka, by the way chiza besije no wine that way of showing kuboreka inshonga ezihanga ritishireho ne ihanga rishemere kwa bandi zitamboraho. I give a credit to him, but at the end of the day can has a more defiance how to handle these issues ezabakureka ngo zigenzere kubi.
Defiance neijamu ahabo kugira ngo abantu abari gukora nabo tubamuhira opportunity yo kukora ecyashime kuba nakora nka
so defiance no kwangira inshobi zabo,
defiance no kubure kinde kibakora abo kuba bakugezaho gukora byona babura kubyikiriza. Nyowe I put it squarely on the ruling government, particularly the ruling party, for failing to adhere to dialogue, for failing to preside over the good examples. Because if ahimukore mwakurizana na batahi banyu niho mukore mwaku niho batahi banyu bakwitwe kiniga bakahika gukora ebatashime kubana bakora. For example, cite me one example in the last 36 years where government has had a dialogue, a fruitful dialogue with the opposition, and then babone bagire ngo opposition ejire mu defiance kandi ogwe twayikirizina nabo ahashonge jineji none uri omwe nahoza kugira ngo
ekibarakora ekimu benefit
nibenda ngo babugane nibenda babugane na opposition bakugireba nka ekitine mugasho kandi nke kitine any idea
baba rebellinga nka either hooligans nka rebels nka unruly people.
You see, that's why I'm saying it all the political will starts from the head, the ruling party.
But
that's why in Kenya, for example, we saw the development in Kenya started with the BBI. That BBI initiative it was taken by the ruling party, in this case President Kenyatta, who extended a hand to the brother who was Raila Odinga, the other side, and said, no,
you're my brother, come and we work together.
We have a handshake. Let's work together. Kenya is ours.
And there is a challenge. I think they have to challenge us. We never had people who were supporting Raila Odinga now rebelling him as a mole by working with Uhuru.
No, that's why I'm saying.
So
so that BBI is called Breaking the Barriers Initiative.
Breaking Barriers
Initiative.
It
was a gesture of President Kenyatta when he said, you, Raila Odinga, Yija tukore hamwe. Nobundi abende president oine chango cyo
kubasa contributing
omuhango na nabantu
yamuherezo bwa prime minister
yamuha tubwa prime minister akamu appointinga as an ambassador wo kumuyamba omumahanga gahero na nebindi well knowing that he's from the opposition. The same thing that we are seeing with the NRM and DP, and this is what challenges me. I'm
we are already on a good path.
Nor in DP, but I feel offended when I see people admiring Kenyans at the same time booing the relationship that we are seeing here. Yet it is what the other side was working. I mean, what helped Kenya to work. Breaking Barriers Initiative. That extension of the ruling government to work with the opposition is what has made Kenya go miles away from us.
Because
now for us, we want opposition to keep in opposition, die in the dungeons. No, that doesn't help.
All the time, 24/7, they're opposing everything. If they bring them on board...
When has President, as far as I'm concerned, I know that President retired Dr. Kano has said he's ready to dialogue with the president. I have not seen the president say he's ready to dialogue with him. And he means what he says. That is what has failed us.
Ninga abantu babiri no basisire generation yitwe yimukire on politics.
There is no will.
It's like for them they have their
personal differences.
Maybe.
Now that's the
abantu abatu ekozere hamwe
the moment you put yourself before your country, even if you turukureba mu ihango. But if you put your country before self, then be sure that everything will turn around. Abantu nitandika kubarebera omukishane kindi kubarebera omu defiance.
Notegataga twene myaka ki eituraze kushiftinga kuruga kushangangu politics twazi haha muntu twaziteka aha ideology abo kuba no shangangu politics omuntu mbagira ngo amasanyarazi gali kugundi kakugenda agenda n'ikibina cyona yatoro uko ikibina cyona kibari yo cyatora
kine yemyaka.
Do we have kushangangu omuntu aine ideology nazihereza ekibina omuntu wenarize a building agire ngo itwentwikiriza omuriyechi inkaba kujya country first, people first kugira ngo we are building people, we are focusing on people, helping the well-being of the Ugandans kugira ngo atakuyamba abantu babutosha rweyamba atakobasa gukorera mu kibinecho.
So obwire butuchiwineyo abo kuba right now the key players in the country nabo abachine endware yituru muntu gamo kandi abatari kuza kutambirwa abo kuba omukuru yabo really you don't see them change. konka with a new breed of politicians, with a new breed of political organizations. And that's why, for example, I love the new parties that come with new ideas. Not maintaining the old ones, but changing on the way things are done. It doesn't matter how many people or how long it takes. The question was, tukineyo bwire bukwingana ki obwire n'ubucyo kubana kitware emyaka 10 konka eje emyaka 10 ahera ahwero tukareba Uganda yahinduke kazo mu mbere zindi ekazo mu culture ndijo ecyo niza kusimira ruhanga abo kuba twine kugira itwatandikira nico rukurebera nobwo rabe noba no manyangu torukwebasa konka no yangoremera mu bamwe muri to twesimba tukumanyangu twine sente konka twantumanyangu okwesimba mu Uganda mu bwire bwa hati no yesimbo ine sente tikira tuzibire kwesimba habwacha aboko twatwine shongeze twabentwenda kutereza kugira ngo sente zikwesimba ne shongeze twenda gukora.
Maybe in these last minutes okay, we are hearing you konka one oreba generation yetu ine ekineyo engambe ya toimwina kimutugamba twaba kowa. I think those terms must cease. I want you to talk about Kenya declaring Ruto as their president konka bwanyuma ya abakurangira kwebaganasa mu kabiri, majority of them bakagira ngo results zimwaza kurangira zigwire konka minority abokushanga minority nemwe hari chairman wa commission we akagenda misho akarangira, then ba president abeherire amahangago tokurayo nomwe akurugayo yana sending a message ya congratulation tine tutukahurire nomwe ari commentinga a scenarios ezabireho umbarangirire results for them the this term kugira ngo tinshonga nkoko wachikora ekikuru ne cyaragamo the word justifies the means, something like that, just slipping away from my mind. Anyway, the point is turebere German yarga ya commenting aha differences ezibire mu declaration of results. Please use mechanism that you have in constitution more resolving those differences. Na USA na yo exiling please making sure angu timwakozesa violence mukozese constitutional means more resolving differences, which means they recognized the differences ezibire commission no beba declaring president konka tebamu upholding abo kuba hachiroho differences bashaberengo bazimareho karabe waragumize mar president agmero president karabe bakozere mishobi resolving the right president abe in place. But these African presidents, it's like that's how we do it. What do you comment on that as we conclude?
Thank you very much. Bueno obunu bwo burwire oburumuntu twitanka ba Africa nitwenda kuita erisho anshongeze turukureba world over ntukireba kandi tukimanya ngo aha muheraho abantu tubarikirizine no bareba babire batandikirege kurunja munonga kwisaha ahibahendire tubarikirizine kandi bagira mu okwemuruguna. Now umburyo bwikire nurebana no kubasingirwe 48% and 50% 48.8% and 50.54%, 49%. That's almost half.
It's half.
So you cannot to kubasa kweshweka misho utabati bine kibakumaje tapana ico tikubasa
so cyo amahanga gashemere kubaniga kwatwaho abwa half population of voters ba Kenya
basharamu kugira ngo bakora akabi cyangwa niruko,
because it's like in Africa other nations never standing with a president in place no yakoba na abantu bakwebembera bari complaining. I haven't seen a nation which comes ekagamba president wakora ko byabantu bawo
bo ahabwabo ngoko wanoenda kugamba ahabwabo bareba ngo ngoko muzungu ari kugamba the end justifies the means. The means is as important as the ends. So echo kugira ngo waza waba president the end bibu wakora okuza kuba kuri
obabara obaba
in a democracy the process matters, the means to the end matters, and therefore the abazungu omukugamba echo bono bachimanya. When you do not diffuse those uprisings, then you are sitting on a timing bomb for the future. So when bono bagamba ora kore wasinkani nyoni nsima Ruto, President Ruto for now
we watwa
abo kugira ngo na agambire omukugamba kweye abiri naje munaenda kukora a government of a unity government kugira ngo nabari naisha kubeta kwa Senate nyoni nyikirizana nawe amashongejo kandi ni mushaba
kali cyibere batandikire baji building
yaji building kija kubwera Kenya konkati cyarahwere Kenya yonka nikija kutwere ino region ahabo kuba ni turebera aha Kenya nka the leading economic power in the block.
Wewe munonga Mr. Mugisha Celestine, wewe munonga mere wa GNTV no basagumiza mu outfollowing aha Facebook hamwe na YouTube. Teka mu GNTV Uganda, you shall follow the program. May God bless you. Bukenya Everest tureba no guntu muronye nchakaresha hemwe mpaka sha ishatune.